Hey everybody, it's me again for my next video of the day, and yes, it's going to be a short one. It's a Criterion Blu-ray collection. Now, I did have a few more, about 4 or 5 more, but as the broken record says, they got stolen during the burglary, and I never bothered to, rebuy them, like Gold Rush, the Charlie Chaplin film, Fish Tank, the Michael Fassbender film, Rashomon, Realm of the Senses. There was another one. Oh, The Game. The Sean Penn, Michael Douglas film. I lost them because they got stolen, so I'm not happy about that at the time. In March that was. But I wasn't going to replace them because I just can't be bothered. I pick them up when I feel like it. None of them were particularly rare or anything. If they had been, I'd have been gutted, obviously, and been trying to get one as cheap as possible. So I just wanted to say before I start, I got a couple of new things in the post. And the first thing I bought, well, I didn't get in the post. I went and got my new PlayStation 4, and with it I bought a game. That's right, I bought a game. And, I fancied playing it, so I thought, why not buy it, my home shizzle? I just realised that there's 2 more here which should be in the collection video for after this one. That's right, after this one I'm going to be doing an Asian film collection. Basically in all Asian films. But the Criterion ones that are all Asian are going to be in the Criterion for obvious reasons because they're Criterion. So anyway, I got this game with it, and I thought, you know what, my home skillet will be happy. So I got Wolfenstein. I played the other games, but a long time ago, and I'm playing this one. It's got a Doom beta in it, a beta or beta test or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Beta, I don't know. Beta, I don't know. Beetroot, I ain't got a clue, but I do have a clue. I just like fucking about. But anyway. Let's get started with the Criterion Blu-rays. Yeah, this is going to be a nice and short one. And after this, we've got this much to do. Look at this. That's my Asian film collection right there. Bloody hell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you sit there and you just... think to yourself, what the fuck is going on? Well, basically, that's what I'm thinking right now, basically. I didn't realise I had so many. I knew the amount, but it didn't feel as many as I started doing the overview. So anyway, let's get started. The first Criterion film is going to be Belle de Jour. Yeah, that's right, the French film. It's funny because, I saw this in the cinema with my cousin at Riverside, which is the cinema he works at. And I didn't expect to like this film, and I did. Basically, she goes and works in a brothel behind her husband's back, and has an affair with a mobster called Marcel. And basically, he ends up getting shot at the end, and you wonder if it was all a dream, like in American Psycho, or if it actually did happen. But she's obsessed with being sexually humiliated. Yes. So, I recommend this film. I never thought I'd buy this film when I first heard about it. But I did, and I'm really glad I did. This film came out in 1967. That was now nearly 50 years ago. Nearly. So that would be, what, 47 years ago now? Bloody hell. Almost half a century. Then we've got Antichrist. Now, I saw this film, and I have to admit, I was laughing through most of it. Because there's a scene in it where she sticks this weight through his foot. Like those weights you lift up like this, and it's just hysterical watching him crawling about with it in his foot. Hysterical. It's a very disturbing film when it comes to like what's happening. Their son fell out the window while they were having sex, and Charlotte Gainsbourg has never been the same again. And basically, she gets more and more demented, and he's trying to help her husband because he's a psychologist. I think that's what it's called, and. She turns on him, tries to kill him and everything, and basically she goes after him, trying to kill him and stuff like that. And well, you have to watch it to find out what happens next. But again, another quite good Criterion film. The one thing I love about Criterions is I love the booklets inside that give you all the information you need, like Charlotte Gainsbourg actually had sex with William Dafoe on the set, while Tom Hardy sat in the background talking like Bane. You will sacrifice yourself. You know, whatever, you know. Then we've got Shallow Grave, which is a great black comedy from Scotland. Hello, matey. And it's got Christopher Eccleston in it. That's right, the Doctor. For anybody who wants to go on about Doctor Who, this was long before Doctor Who, but you know, that's how people remember him nowadays. I don't know why. It's got Ewan McGregor in it, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. And it's got, what's her name? It's Kerry Fox. And to be honest with you, she kind of went missing after a while and then she's kind of got to come back. Well, this is a great thing because what happens is a bloke comes to move in with them after the interview and they find him dead. And basically, he's left all this money. So they get really possessive over it. People come to get the money, like psychos. And Christopher Eccleston's character gets really psychotic. And it's like a free-fall, basically. Very violent and very dark, but very funny. I highly recommend Shallow Grave to anybody who wants to see a good dark comedy. Cause let's get together and feel alright. Yeah. The original, The Man Who Knew Too Much. Yeah, I like this film. They kidnapped the daughter. And what's his name? Peter Lorre's hysterical in this. Because he goes like this. You like to touch yourself. And then you got Tom Hardy in the background going, you must sacrifice yourself. And then you got Peter going, touch myself. And he goes, no, sacrifice yourself. But anyway, I don't know why I'm obsessed with Tom Hardy lately, but I am. It's an alright, it's a good Hitchcock film. But Hitchcock remade it with colour and everything. And to be honest with you, this film seemed a bit dated since it was made in 1934. But it was interesting enough. You know, I liked it. I couldn't believe it was 1934. Just shows you the genius that was Alfred Hitchcock was around for years and years before Psycho. And the fact is, a lot of people think of Psycho and they think, oh, that's his only good film. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? It's not. Alright? There's a lot better out there as well. There's Psycho, there's Frenzy, there's The Man Who Knew Too Much, there's 39 Steps, there's The Lady Who Vanishes, Strangers on a Train. Yeah, I can go on forever. Monet. Rope, Rear Window, Vertigo, I can go on forever. Anyway, then there's Malcolm McDowell in If, where they're in a bowling school and he has sex with a girl in a calf. And him and his mates decide they want to shoot the school up and it ends with them shooting, basically. It's an alright film. At times it makes no sense. At other times it's perfect. At other times it's an amazing film and sometimes it's not. Then we got a really disturbing film for you called Videodrome. What I like about this is this. You watch this. In case you haven't seen this, look at this. What's that? What's that? It's a VHS. It's like a beta tape. That's right, a beta tape. Can you believe that? Look at that. Amazing. But anyway. This is the story. James Woods stars in this, and basically gets with this girl and with this woman, and there's this thing called Videodrome where they watch people getting killed and tortured and sexually and stuff, and basically goes looking for it, and things end up happening that like unimaginable. Like he puts a VHS into his stomach and stuff, and he pulls his gun out there and he goes shooting and all this. It's a really good film, but it's quite disturbing, but it's a good symbolisation of what film actually is, you know? What I mean by that is, we watch TV a lot and we get sucked into it more than our own lives. So what happens is it kind of becomes a reality to us. Thus, to James Woods in Videodrome, his obsession makes him believe these things happen. And in our minds, they do, you know? on a subconscious level. Ooh. Then we got Being John Malkovich, another dark comedy starring, I bet you didn't guess it, John Malkovich and John Cusack and Cameron Diaz. And is there anyone else in it? I don't know. There is, but I can't remember her name. Oh yeah, Sausage Fest lover. But anyway, I like this film. I think this film's amazing. Wow, it's a Spike Jonze movie like Her. That's amazing to know. But anyway, I like the idea that you can walk into someone's brain through a door and you can kind of control them and watch what they're doing. I'd love to do that. If I'd walk in anyone's brain, it would be James Johnson's, because I'd like to see what goes on in it. And I'm sure a lot of people would like walking mine and see what goes on in my brain. You think about it. Well, I bet everybody we meet, every one of them probably makes us wonder, you know, like, I wonder what they do. I wonder what goes on in their head. You know? Like, I'd like to go in James Johnson's head when he's out with Nick, you know? See what their communication's like when they're not on camera, you know? Are they kissing? Are they hugging? Is James making out with Ted? Because he did try it once when he lifted him up. Like me, you know, if someone walked in my brain, what would I be doing? Would I be masturbating all day? Would I be doing really weird, creepy shit like I keep acting like I do? You know what I mean? It's just amazing, you know. How do I interact with my wife? You know, very lovingly. But, you know, it's a weird thing. It makes you wonder, what would you say? Because there's things that people do but we never say. And if you could be in their brain and see through their eyes, you'd kind of see everything, wouldn't you? And I think this is a good film because it's very dark, but it's very true. You know, over the top, but it's got a true factor to it. Then we've got Three Outlaw Samurai. This is a good film. I remember watching this quite a while ago. I can't remember anything about it other than that it's a good film. And I did watch it, but I watched it like 4 years ago. And to be honest with you, it wasn't very memorable either. This is one I've never seen, and that's Libre Surge. And it's got Gerard Butler in it. No, sorry, Gerald Blanc. He's very plain, he's blind. So, you know, I mean, I got this because it was cheap and it was in half-price books and I had 15% off. So I thought, fuck it, I'll pick it up. Let's get together and feel alright. Shut up. Keep doing that. Seven Samurai. Now this is a film I've always wanted to watch, and it's 3 hours and 27 minutes long. And I haven't watched it yet, but I plan to very soon. It's got a lovely big book inside. Let me see if I can show you. See that thick book in there? Look at that. Massive. You know, so I'm looking forward to getting into that real badly. I want to crack it open, as they say. Then I've got Yojimbo and Sanjuro. Let me open the thing here. Sanjuro and Yojimbo. The same guy played the role. Look, there he is there in the booklet. Sanjuro. Yeah. Excellent films, these. These are two of the samurai films everybody should have in their collection. There he is. Yojimbo. Yojimbo. See? You know, but sadly, a lot of samurai films are dead now because people don't know. People watch things like The Last Samurai and fucking 47 Ronin, and they think that's all about the samurai spirit. Let me tell you something. I was trained with the samurai spirit when I did martial arts, and I know what it's all about. And the old Japanese films, what it's all about. Films like 47 Ronin are a joke. Yeah. Then we've got Shay. Yeah, that's right, Shay. I'm going to add an S on there instead of a H. Che, which is supposed to be pretty good. I've never seen it, but it's got, what's his name in it? Ben Delto, whatever his name is. I don't know. What's his name? Quick, where is it? Benicio del Toro. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch these, but I never have got my hands on them. I thought for $20, fucking hell, I'll buy it. Because it's got 2 films in it. I've only got a few more left now. Then I've got to do the big Asian one. Alright, we've got Throne of Blood. Never seen it, but I will do eventually. Need to be in the samurai mood. The Samurai Trilogy, which are 3 movies in one, which I've been wanting to watch for a very, very long time. I plan to soon. Harakiri, the original. I've got the other one in the Asian one. Let me see if I've got it here. Let's have a look. There you go. See, this is the original, and this is the remake. See? Boom. So yeah, Harakiri. The Hidden Fortress. These are Akira Torao's movies. Yeah, The Hidden Fortress. I love The Hidden Fortress. It's a fantastic movie. Pardon me. About a man and his dog. It's about a man who. This is the Japanese version of the film Jimmy Richards recommended to me. You know, Fortress, the HBO TV film. Yeah, basically what happens in it is the teacher, she goes looking with the kids and they get kidnapped by four samurai. And one of them cuts off one of the kids' heads and she has sex with it. Yeah, because it's Japanese style in the 50s. And basically she becomes the ultimate woman, basically. Just like Rachel Wall did in the original. In the remake, sorry. So yeah, that's definitely not the storyline, but I haven't seen it, so. Now I'm going to talk about something that I've got a very strong passion for. Something very strong and very important to me, and that is Carlos, the miniseries. This is by far one of the most beautifully shot and most wonderful film series I've ever seen. I love, I know his name's Ed something. Edgar Ramirez as Carlos. It's about a terrorist, and I love terrorists. Not literally, but I mean the films about them, because they're normally quite interesting and quite unique. And I like the story. It's hysterical because he was such a good terrorist and all that. And do you know where he got caught? By having an infection in his testicle. I mean, how great's that? I love it when that happens. So basically, what happened was when they caught him, his testicle was this big, and he was going to die, and he was screaming. So that's how they caught him, and he was chubby. So that was it. You know, that was all the Criterion films I've got. Sadly, I haven't bought many more. It's not that many I actually want. You know, not right away. I mean, there's a whole load I'd buy if I saw them cheap. Like, I want to pick up Godzilla. It's $16.99 on Amazon at the minute. But I don't want to pick it up because, one, I haven't got the money, and two, it's not really that important, you know, at the minute. I need to get a job and everything first. I mean, you look at all the movies I've got. I haven't watched most of them, so I don't really need to buy anymore, do I? I mean, oh, I feel so ill sometimes because I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not buying. I'm buying too much stuff, and then I'm like, fuck it. You only live once. Okay, I'm a little bit hyper tonight for some reason. So anyway, I'm going to go for now, but I will be back later about 12 with the comment section starting, just in case people do pop into the video, because sometimes they do. So I'll make sure I've got the questions on, and we'll see. So thanks for watching the Criterion Collection overview. I know it's been quite a lot, these overviews so far, and we've only just got started. We've still got probably about another 7 videos to go, maybe 8. So take care, guys, and remember, your love makes me happy.